Grand Rising and good day. It's Shay Seeking, and this is Not Your Mama's Bible Study, along with a little bit of his story lied. So this is going to be the fourth and final portion to this part 4 little mini series about Abraham Lincoln uh, and the correlations between Abraham in the biblical text. Um, we're just looking to see what correlations we can find here. So there was a portion in part 3 where we couldn't read something. So I'll go ahead and read it now, and then we'll go to what the fourth portion is. So it says right here that I guess it was saying that John Lincoln served under General Lackland McIntosh in the fall and winter of 1778, assisting in the construction of Fort McIntosh in Pennsylvania and Fort Lawrence in Ohio. So it'll be like nice to see what was going on around these two forts around that time. But we're going to go ahead and read portion 4, and it's small. Okay, so let's make sure. Richard Skaggs Long Hunter was a known associate of Daniel Boone. Okay, again, here we go dealing with Daniel. Several biographies. Now these may and may not, but lots of these portions of this really do. It's really like canning. Really, it's really just like, wow, how did we miss this? Even if it's not, how did we miss this? Okay, so anyhow, okay, so it says was a known associate of Daniel Boone. Several biographies of Daniel name Skaggs as his brother, specifically. Now we'll see. I don't know. Okay, Richard Skaggs Long Hunter had 3 sons. Now it says Meshach, but I'm wondering if that's Meshach, I don't know. Shadrach and Abednego, or Abednego. Okay. Now, if this is not something that is strange and it may want us, hey, this could be, and again, I would like to cross-reference and check and see if I can find this information somewhere else. By using these last names and by using these names, we should be able to look into the genealogy of these particular men and see if this may be something that is in there. A lot of stuff may not be written into things that have been given to the public. So you'll have to go way back. You have to go into antiquities and try to find out if this is something. You may have to, okay? But we may be able to find this out really quick. So we'll just see. And that's what I do here, to try to get more witnesses as to what we're seeing, okay? In outside the Bible and historical, in all different manners, okay? So in Monroe, okay, County, Kentucky, Meshach was eventually killed by Indians on the creek that was named after him. Okay, now I would like to know where this creek is. Okay, Shack Skaggs was killed along its waters by Indians before 1795. In 1820, Monroe County was formed. Here we go with forming. Okay, they like to use this in the biblical text. Okay, so from parts of Cumberland and Barren counties. The new county boundary on the east side of Monroe placed the Meshach Creek area. In the new county, Meshach Creek was named after Meshach Skaggs, who spelling, okay, I don't know, whose spelling in many of early surveys and deeds was rendered Meshach. Okay, so now Moshe, Meshe, Mache. I don't know. Moshe, the Mocha or Moshe people of the southern hemisphere, South America, Mexico. Okay, so Mache Creek. Oh, wait, see, Moses. I don't know. It just says Moses. Okay, so Moses Kirkpatrick was one of the earliest. Now, see this. Would be very interesting to see. It would be very interesting to look at this family tree or this family line here. Was one of the earliest settlers in Shack Creek area. This is considered the oldest existing structure south of Green. Okay, reminding me of those green pastures that we were talking about in Kansas, in that town of Nicodemus. Okay, according to tradition, friendly Indians helped him build it. When Cumberland County was formed in 1798, okay, two Meshack Creek residents were named as officials of the new county. Han, okay, Hanania, I'm thinking Hannah, but Hanania Lincoln was the first sheriff, and Thomas Lincoln was constable. Okay, so now we get. I think constable is something like a, what do you call it in jail? Uh, you know the guy, the war. Is it the warden? I'm not sure. Okay, or a police or some kind of force or something possibly. There has been considerable, and again, that's why I say, do not take my word. Do not take my word. Please do your own research. I'm never here to tell you what it is, what it ain't. I'm just sharing what it looks like to me. And I don't know everything. This is just somebody that is scrambling to put a million piece puzzle back together. Okay. And I know I may not finish doing this in my lifetime, but at least I hope it will inspire others to take a second look at this, because it will free you from that mental slavery and of that construct of religion. Okay. That religion has a real hold on people where you cannot see. And again, if you're calling yourself a Christian or you're a religious member, this channel may not be for you. It is for those who are a part of the awakening that's going on. Okay, those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, in a sense. Okay, so again, and that's the thing that I get into it with a lot of people. You're woke, but you're still reading the Bible, but they're not taking the time to see what I'm showing you in the Bible. If anything, you would still call me some form of, you would maybe call me some form of an atheist or something like this, when I'm just someone that is using my common sense, wisdom, knowledge, discernment, my eyes, my ears, and a higher sense of thinking and knowing a lot of things about these people and what they've done, which came from doing a lot of research and reading and a lot of soul searching and going within, okay, in order to come up with this concept and not try to fit into the narrative, when I understood that I cannot read the Bible like other people can, like it's some kind of fairy tale story. I felt like there has to be something tangible that is real life, that is not that long ago, that this connects to. So no, if you think that God is in the sky, he did not write this book. But if you're looking at it as the God-fearing forces that have been in power, or those who are in power for a certain amount of time now, as a whole, and them being those that work in the house of God, and you see that when it comes to the American Aborigines, you being here already and doing your research on that will show you what we're really working with here, and then it will start to correlate and it will start to show you, okay, because now you're tapping into something that is on a spiritual level that uh, no one else can basically tap into that level. Okay, they may be able to see some things, but this is something that happened to your ancestors, which registers in your DNA and your makeup. So it depends on where you're vibrating and where you're at. And like I said, if you're religious in that sense, there's no way for you to wrap your head around this. You're going to just think I'm the devil, and you're going to probably run the other way. But for somebody who is a level-headed, conscious thinker, okay, this will be right up your alley, possibly. Has been a considerable argument as to whether this is the father of President. Wait a minute. There has been considerable argument as to whether this is the father of President Abraham Lincoln or another Thomas Lincoln. Now, see, that's where I was talking about in part one. I had to slow down for a second when I said that how is Abraham Lincoln a senior if he did not name his son Abraham? Or did he have another son that has not been spoken of? Now, this kind of goes right back into this here. Now, uh, Abraham Lincoln not getting along with his father. He suffered from depression, from abuse from his father. His father just wanted him to work and not learn anything. His stepmother treated him better than his own father did. Abraham thought he had some kind of uh, something over his dad. I guess they used to get into it was when people approached the home. He would go up to the gate and meet them when I guess it wasn't customary for them to do that because he was the younger. But um, there's something else that I think I showed you guys a while back about the Abraham Lincoln letter that I spotted on a what do you call it? A documentary that they were doing, and they were trying to say that Abraham Lincoln, his pen in his hand. And I said, no, 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 that does not say pen in hand. That says something about him in his own land. It's his own land or something like that. So again, I don't know if this was something that he was, and he was taken away and he don't know when he'll be back. Something around those lines. So I was thinking, there was a lot of children that were misplaced. There was the orphan trains that happened later on in time. This could have been an earlier version of it. You just wonder whose child is whose and who's what. Okay. So again, I'm just pointing a couple of things out because again, like I said, how would Captain Abraham Lincoln be a senior if he did not name his son Junior? Unless there was a son that was not being spoken of in that portion. And this is maybe where this confusion comes from. Hananiah Lincoln was the first, because I haven't come across this Hananiah yet. Hananiah. I'm trying to think who this reminds me of. Lincoln was the first sheriff, and Thomas Lincoln was the constable. There has been considerable argument as to whether this is father of President Abraham Lincoln or another Thomas Lincoln. Today, the creek is still known as Shack. Now they put it together. Shack Creek. So again, I want to thank you guys for listening. I just want to know what you guys think. And maybe you've seen something, you found something. I'm happy that there is also someone else on the channel, in the group on Facebook, the American Aborigines Unchained, that is doing this type of work. He is very good at what he does. He's very good at getting straight to the point and laying the information out right there in front of you, a lot better than I am. And again, I'm not one of those people that because I'm doing something, I want to keep it to myself. I want you guys to also listen to him because, again, like I said, he gets straight to the point, and I like the way he delivers his message, and I respect that. So, again, I look at it as, hey, the more the merrier. So, again, please check. I can't remember the channel right off the top. I think it's a American. Anyways, go to the group. Go to the group and you'll see. I like the way that he delivers his message, and this is what I'm talking about. I can only do what I can do and relay it the way that I can, but others may be able to relay it in a different manner. And if that helps you out better, please go and watch their videos also, okay? So again, thank you guys for watching, and do take care.